So my tractor got harder to start. The crank wasn't fast enough. So one day it didn't start at all. I short wired the main connection switch and then it started. But now I have a dangerous situation, so let's replace it with some correct ones. So I just shorted the main cables to the starter and then it started. But this is not good, so I have to remove this and put in a main switch again. This was hard tape to get off. So this is actually not ground. This is the plus side. So if I hit something, it will create a spark. So I need to insulate this. I need to insulate this key because John Deere, in all their wisdom, has put the main switch on the side that's not the ground. So if I hit the screw and the frame of the tractor to create a spark. So I take a rubber glove, put it around the tool, like that, maybe even, yeah. So, and secure it with some tape. Oh, now I have some protection, so I can start removing the terminal. Here's the new main switch, and I bought a one that's rated for a lot of amperes because that's needed when you start a tractor like this. It's a bracket that goes from here to the starter motor, and then you can pick up the battery power from that point. But it's just a bracket, so it also holds the main switch at the same time. Super critical to tighten this as well as you can. You should not put anything on them, no grease, not anything, because it should be metal to metal as much as it possibly can. I really like that this is exposed. So let's see if I can fix that with some cover tape, maybe. Oh, covered up. It can't be hit and short out by accident. You can actually lock that in place with a sprint. So I will do that because why not? It's almost impossible to hammer it down. I guess because I have no support from the other side. Okay, I need some other tool. It's lining up nicely. I use this instead. Yes, that's better. It's more like it. So I remove the tape. And now it's sitting there and can turn on and off the main switch. So there it is. Now I can turn on and off the main switch with something that's rated for 1200 amps or something. So hopefully this will start now without any problem. But let's see. Let's test it out. We have power, we are turning off everything. Applying the clutch. put on, you turn this, you're turning counterclockwise to preheat. Turn on the 4-wheel drive also for, well, some seconds. And now let's see if it's cranking. It should crank rather fast and just start. Okay. I'll tighten the screws even more. So let's see. No. Failed. So that's a fail, but maybe actually the battery is. Try to charge the battery and see if it's that problem or. Oh, what piece of shit is this? Okay. Oh, connecting the charger and see how it works. What does it say? 12.4. Not super good, but not really that bad either. So I let it charge there for a while and see if that was the problem this time. Battery charger has been on for 2 hours. And now we have some power in the battery. So let's see if it starts. Yes. So yes, it starts with a fully charged battery, but has it margins for a disloaded battery? Maybe not. We will see. I keep it like this and see if it starts. Test it during the winter here. If it don't start, I have to do some reconnection of the wiring. I was reviewing the video last night and I saw that I actually had some bad corrosion on this bracket that I didn't notice when I was doing this. So I will try to remove that and see if the connection is better than and if we can start. So I saw this was pretty bad, so I will clean that up. Oh. Well, to get some data, I take so what you see at that voltage meter is the drop over the connection. So this should be low, otherwise you have a resistance in the connection. So we have a bad connection. So it dropped almost 1 voltage and that's too much. So we have a bad connection. This isn't good enough. So what I will do is to connect the battery directly to the starter and then have disconnect for the rest of the system. This is as safe as this solenoid is the one that connects the power to the starter motor, and the only thing that can get power is this solenoid, and in the worst case, if the solenoid fails, it will be the starter motor that gets the connection. So it's as good, but it will deliver more voltage to the starter motor. I will also now disconnect the battery this time, and this system has 2 batteries, so I have to do the same on the other side, but then it's much more safe and easy to work on. Instead of connecting this here, I'll connect it directly to the starter and put the other wires after the main switch. Then I will get all the voltage to the battery. So what I want to do now is put this battery connection directly on the starter and then have the bracket out to the main switch. So I will always have full connection to the battery, but I can still have the system safe by having the main switch for the rest of the system. And all the rest is connected to the other side. So everything else is, including the starter, actually. So now I have full power. I should have all the voltage to the starter, and then I can disconnect the rest of the tractor, so it eliminates the fire hazard. Reconnect the battery, disconnect, or let's connect that's off. I have the voltmeter in place again, so let's see if it's better this time. Turn on the disconnect. So let's try it again. Keep an eye on the voltage meter. It shouldn't drop too much. I'm preheating the engine, and let's see if we get some. So that's it. Connecting the battery directly to the starter and have the disconnect after the starter. Enabled it to start at minus 15, or what this is today is very cold. So this is the way I will run it. It's perfectly safe, I think. As you saw, the voltage didn't drop at all when I had this direct connection. So that's the key. So if you have a problem with a battery, something like that, ensure that you have good connection to the starter, from the battery to the starter. And you can measure it like I did with a voltage meter. So, thank you for watching, and see you next time on Get Your Farm. Please subscribe to the channel, it will help me a lot. And see you next time. Goodbye.